Akram to Howe. Howe has chopped it back onto his stumps and he's out. Trying to back cut Akram, gets the bottom edge and chops it onto his off stump. Howe is out for 23.
This delivery from Akram wasn't all that far away from the off stump. It keeps low. Hart is looking to cut it, gets the bottom edge and drags the ball into the stumps. He's out. Bowled Akram for 23.
Akram to Reed. Oh, and it's bowled in leg stump. Reed trying to leg glance, gets too far across his stumps, and Akram has hit his leg stump, and Reed's out for 24, and New Zealand lose their third wicket at 84.
Reed looking to play the ball on the leg side, goes a bit too far and leaves the leg stump exposed.
New Zealand at 88 for 3. Jeff Crow facing Akram. Full toss. Nicely played by Jeff Crow. The chase for Hafiz, but it's travelling too quickly for him. And Jeff Crow takes his first boundary. 92 for 3, New Zealand. Akram bowling to Jeff Crow. Oh, good ball. Appeal for LBW, and Jeff Crow is out. LBW to Akram for 6. Akram gets his third wicket, and New Zealand are now 92 for 4.
Wasim Akram, left arm over the wicket. This ball landing on about the line of the stumps, hits him well back, hitting about middle stump.
Oh, that's an easy catch to second slip, and that's the valuable wicket of Martin Crow gone. Javed Miandag took the catch, and New Zealand now in real strife. Crow out for 57. It's 205 for 8. The ball from Akram was wide. Crow went for it, and it was quite an easy catch to Javed Miandag at second slip. Took it well.
That's out. That's a marvellous catch by Anil Delpat, the wicketkeeper. And Akram's got 5 wickets. Real Rodney Marsh stuff from Anil Delpat. And we mentioned earlier on today that Delpat had 1 or 2 problems conceding byes, but he certainly made up for it with that catch. Lance Cairns out for 6, and New Zealand 216 for 9.
Let's have a look at it. Very wide delivery, and Lance Cairns chasing it. Look how far Delpat went. Almost in between first and second slip.
It's not bad going for an 18-year-old in his second test, is it, John? 5 for 54.
No, certainly.
And Chatfield's got another run. Running it off the face. Down past second slip. And Chatfield goes to 2. And the score 219 for 9. Bracewell facing Tahir Nakash. And that's just spooned up, and what a simple catch. Taken by Rashid Khan at extra cover, and that's New Zealand all out for 220. So a first innings lead to Pakistan of 54 runs. So let's watch the dismissal again.
Yes, well, this was a shortish delivery just outside the off stump, and Bracewell just spooned a catch out to Rashid Khan at mid-off.
New Zealand collapse on the third morning to be bowled out for 220, a deficit of 54. Showing that he's to be a bowler of the future, Wasim Akram takes 5 wickets and dominates the New Zealand batsman with his raw pay.
So now John Reed will face Akram. And that's down the leg side, and there's an appeal for a caught behind, and John Reed's out. Caught by Anil Delpat for no score, and New Zealand lose their second wicket at 5. Let's have a look at it. The bat out there just got the little nick on it. Delpat was there, moved very quickly, took a good catch low down.
Akram.
He's bowling to Howarth. And Jeff Howarth is out. He's been caught at first slip. Howarth plugging forward to the ball from Wasim Akram.
Akram bowling his first ball. After T goes forward, gets the outside edge, but a good catch taken by Mohsin Khan in first slip.
New Zealand's in all sorts of trouble now. Very confident appeal, and Jeff Crow is out. LBW first ball. So the New Zealand demise continues. 23 for the loss of 4 wickets.
Let's have a look at this dismissal. Pitching just in line with the off stump and cutting back. Jeff Crow not going forward all that much.
And now with Akram being on a hat-trick, the field strengthened, 2 men in close and catching positions in front of the wicket. The hat-trick has been avoided. Jeremy Coney's off the mark straight away.
Coming up,
And Ian Smith is still going to have to contend with left arm over the wicket bowlers because Akram has replaced Mudasa. And Ian Smith is out, caught at second slip. Wasim Akram takes his 4th wicket. New Zealand are 7 wickets down, 217 on the board, 61 still required for victory. So the balance now perhaps in Pakistan's favour. 61 runs still required for victory. 2 slips in a gully. 3rd man, a cover and a mid-off on the offside for Wasim Akram, bowling left arm over to the right-handed Lance Cairns. On the leg side, a mid-on, a mid-wicket and a long leg. Oh, and Lance Cairns has been hit very hard indeed on the head. He tried to duck out of the way of it. Akram dug it in short. Cairns not wearing a helmet. You heard the ball hitting Lance Cairns. And the St John's ambulance man very quickly onto the wicket area. He took a solid blow indeed.
Akram fired it in short. Lance Cairns turned away.
61 runs shy of victory. A helmetless Cairns is hit in the head and was taken to hospital.
It was one of those sort of decisions of mine to go out there without a helmet because the wicket was so flat that nobody was getting it much above bail height. And Akram gave me this bouncer. I didn't pick it up. It hit me in the temple. I didn't realise at the time he'd knocked me out. I just hit the deck and I thought, I'd just sort of fallen over, whatever. And I was quite a mess. I wasn't capable of going back out there to bat. Even though I sat in the tunnel, I still had my pads on and I was going to try and go out there, but I had no chance.
New Zealand staring defeat in the face here. The situation very tight for New Zealand and all these problems are creeping in. It's a reflection on the fact that we're now into the tail enders, of course.
And that's a short one. Bracewell's hooking. It's in the air, but it's going to be safe, and it's going to be 4 down fine leg. Half-ease can't catch up with it. And he's hooking again, and he's hooked it in the air, hasn't got hold of it, and Nakosh takes the catch at mid-on.
Wasim Akram, shortish ball. Bracewell looking to hook, never got hold of it, and he was caught out. So New Zealand 227 for 8.
the last boundary in this New Zealand innings was hit 15 overs ago. Akram to Chatfield. Oh, and that's hit the helmet.
The tension increases as the game and series are in the balance.
And it's taken off. I'm sure you can hear what Mirdad is saying. And he's telling Fred Goodall that Headley was bowling bounces to Akram.
A warning, right? Why warning? I just want to know why warning. Because there is nothing in the rule. You're not allowed to bowl.
Yes, there is. I can take him off eventually if he continues to do it. By God, we will.
Okay, then we'll go off, right? Then it's up to you. What you want to do, then you will see my decision.
Oh, that has not been treated too well by the crowd at Carisbrook, but rather Chatfield somehow survives, and there's some stern words again. That's a warning. That's an official warning.
Once again, could you say that?
Leondad doesn't want to know about it. So the afternoon session finishes with more than a hint of controversy.
New Zealand needs 25 runs. Pakistan need 2 wickets. And it's edge. And dropped. What a start to the session. Driving through the onside. It's away through mid-wicket. They'll certainly get 2. They'll be looking for 3. No, they're content to take 2, and that's Jeremy Coney's 100.
Nakash to bowl to Chatfield. Oh, nicely turned by Chatfield. This could be 4. Indeed, it is 4. Oh, and that bounced away, and there'll be a run. Yes, he called for a single, Chatfield. Played it well. 2 runs now needed by New Zealand. 400 minutes Jeremy Coney has been batting, facing Nakash. Works it away on the onside. This is 1 run. Are they going to come back for the second? Here comes the throw from Hafiz. They're home and New Zealand have won the Test match.
Lance Cairns came out to bat about 60 runs to win, and 2 wickets. There were only 2 wickets left, and he got absolutely nailed by a wonderful bouncer by Wasim Akram. And for some reason, Lance wasn't wearing a helmet, and he was groggy. He was out for the count. He went to hospital, and he wasn't to be seen again, although he wasn't required, because Ewan Chatfield, the great number 11, came out and joined Coney, and they put on 50 for the last wicket, and what was, to me, the most extraordinary stand that I've ever witnessed, particularly because you just never felt that Ewan Chatfield was going to do it. But he in fact dominated the strike. He scored 24 himself, and it'll go down as one of the most memorable victories that we've ever had.
Chatfield finished with his highest ever score in seeing New Zealand to victory. Coney's unbeaten 111 was the key. Wasim Akram single-handedly carried the Pakistani attack, as he'd do for many years to come. In just his second test, he had taken 10 wickets in a match.
Wasim Akram, one of the most difficult bowlers I think any batsman could ever face. Moves the ball late, always extracts something out of the pitch. He's one of those guys that doesn't run very far. He's on batsmen very quickly. One of the great cricketers of all time, and even Sir Donald Bradman acknowledged that before his death.
Wasim Akram, I remember him as a young, skinny man playing one-day cricket in Australia. We thought, who is this left-hander? Because he knocked over Australia at the MCG one night in a day-night game. We never heard of him. And the next thing you know, he's getting 10 wickets in a test match. Very fast arm action, very difficult to pick up. And when you first play against him, it's a real battle. And for him to get 10, he used to swing the ball back in, get the LBWs, get the bowls, and do it at great pace. And he burst onto the scene, and he's still around.
New Zealand were a side on the up, and following on the success of this series, would defeat Australia on Australian soil for the first ever time. Pakistan would rebound with a decisive victory over Sri Lanka.